The Bay Community Theater is hosting a lineup of Michigan-made films with filmmakers in attendance for some audience Q&A.
And you still have a chance to see two great films made right here in the state of Michigan. I want to welcome back General Manager Graham Powers. Graham, welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
So they only got two left.
Yep.
What's still coming to the Bay Theater?
Gosh, well, we have two very unique films. We have Dogman 3, Fight to the Finish, which
Nice.
is the end of the trilogy, but local director Rich Brower, who we have had at the theater in the past. Really looking forward to this one. This is a family-friendly but real fun thriller movie, and kind of really playing into the cryptids of Michigan. So
Yeah, I know that was filmed mostly in Benzie County.
Yes, yeah.
So lots of local, cameos and people that That was one fun thing for me is just when I went to see it, looking up at the screen and then, wow, I recognize 3, 4, 5 people.
Yeah.
So that's fun, and knowing Rich as we have through 9 and 10 here too, it's just great fun to put a bow on that trilogy, as you said.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have been waiting for part 3 to come out. So now's your chance if you haven't seen it yet.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's great.
And getting that Q&A from Rich, like how this process kind of worked, because I know there are so many young filmmakers here in northern Michigan. And the thing with today's movie industry is you don't have to go to Los Angeles anymore. You don't have to go to New York. You could stay right here in northern Michigan and have, as Rich clearly exemplifies, a thriving film career, which is only going to boost theaters that then run this content. So do you find that things like this are really important, particularly for young filmmakers to attend, to kind of pick his brain on how he was able to accomplish this?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, it gives you a kind of behind the scenes look at how these types of projects are put together. They're really interesting discussions around even, the financing part of how these types of things are, get off the ground. But yeah, for young people who want to get into this world, you're absolutely right. It is a great opportunity to see, the success of other local and regional people like Rich Brower. And as you probably know, Rich is he's very creative in how he films and shoots and so you can really learn a lot from someone like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
All right, so that's the next one coming up. After Dogman, what do we have next?
Yeah, so we have Detroit, the City of Chefs. This is a return film, or sorry, not a return film, but a return director, Keith Famey, who has had a robust history in restaurants within Detroit. And this is a really cool documentary and look at the diversity of food within Detroit. And so, as such a cultural hub that brings, some really great culinary experiences.
When was that film released? I'm curious.
That is, I believe, not released
the
yet.
Past, not released.
No,
okay, so it's modern. It's
yes,
within,
yes.
Okay.
I believe
I was just curious. Did they tackle the old restaurant scene of Detroit, 10, 15 plus years ago, or it's resurgence that's happening now? Because that's huge.
I think, the history and then also what is happening right now in the city, and there is such a youthful vibe in Detroit, and a lot of really cool, from my personal experiences of being down there, just some really awesome new restaurants and scenes down there.
So cool.
That's cool. All right, so those are the two that are coming up. But you've done this before. These aren't the only two you've had this month.
Yeah, so we just wrapped up The Search for Anna and Levi, which was a beautiful film put on by the Leelanau Historic Society. And oh my gosh, I got to tell you, they completely packed the house. Every seat was filled, and it was a really powerful movie, especially for kind of, having Black History Month and being able to showcase a really impactful film, and telling a really unique story of northern Michigan, and
So how does this event work, Graham? Is it you come in, you can sit down, watch the movie, and then the director's available for a Q&A afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, especially with people like Rich, he's kind of buzzing around even before the movie, so, you can always get his ear.
Having him wait through the movie.
But yeah, afterwards, you know, if you don't want to stay for the Q&A, that's totally fine. But you know, a lot of people stay, and
I bet.
you know, we have you know, normally the director, some of the you know, actors, actresses,
Oh, really?
some of the producers,
That's cool.
and
crew, yeah.
so yeah, and so it's a good opportunity to ask your questions.
That's cool.
My last question for you is this something that the volunteers or you with the theater, I mean, do you go out in search of these films, or do you have Michigan filmmakers contacting you saying, hey, will you show my film?
Well, it really started as us pursuing these films, but now that Made in Michigan is kind of a branded thing and people know about it, now people are coming to us with their films, which is wonderful. So if you have a film, definitely send it our way, and we'll take a look at it. But yeah, it's been great. We've had a lot of people say, hey, love what you're doing. You know, would you want to take a look at my film? So that's been cool.
That's neat. All right,
No,
so how do we get
yeah,
tickets for these next two?
TheBayCommunityTheater.com. Tickets are on sale, and yeah, or come to the box office and you can see me and buy tickets there.
Easy
Fantastic.
peasy.
Yeah.
Graham,
Thank you
thanks.
so much.
Good to have you
Yeah,
back.
thank you
Yeah,
so much.
appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you having